Please welcome VP of Product, Satish Kanwar.
Welcome again to Shopify Unite 2018. We have a lot of exciting news to share with you today. You'll hear more about what we're doing to help merchants sell with Shopify, as well as how to cut down the time it takes them to run their business. And of course, there's lots of news for our ecosystem as well. New opportunities for partners, developers, and anyone who works on the Shopify platform. We create entrepreneurship with commerce. That's how Shopify, our platform, and all of you give a voice and an opportunity for success to everyone, everywhere. In commerce, what's key to success, of course, is making sales. So it's our responsibility to help bring merchants together with customers, because a merchant without a customer is one less entrepreneur. Shopify started because this fundamental challenge will always exist. As customer demands and expectations grow, we have to help merchants keep up with the change. Whether it's online, retail, or shopping in every part of our daily life, we know merchants need to be where their customers are and where they're going to be in the future. Together, our opportunity is to turn more of this chaos into more sales. That's the real power of our multi-channel vision. One platform, many channels. Now we know this year's landscape has seen some of the biggest changes ever in how merchants and customers connect, but perhaps none greater than the widely publicized death of retail. You've seen all the big brand failures, all painted as victims of this huge e-commerce shift. In the US last year, over 5,000 retail store locations closed their doors. So it's easy to interpret this as a strictly negative outlook for retail, and many have. We disagree. For every retail store that closed its doors in the US last year, almost 3 new ones actually opened. In fact, retail is one of Shopify's fastest growing channels. Let me explain what's actually happening. Retail is far from over, but its role in the shopping experience has changed, and that's spelling trouble for a lot of the traditional approaches. You see, for decades, customers depended on retail stores for their entire experience: discovery, purchase, delivery, and support. But today, they use many channels throughout this experience, regardless of when or where they eventually buy. Because of this, retail stores, they need to be as adaptable to every customer, the same way that online stores are. It's no longer enough to just have inventory in stock closest to people. Online-first brands, Shopify stores, they were naturally the first to figure this out. After all, the technology they use was built for every step of that experience. So they built their retail stores anticipating online-first shoppers who had seen their products, read their reviews, and understand their brand. For them, retail stores are not about distributing products. They're about distributing experiences. They value brand, service, and community. They value people and products. These are the growing multi-channel retailers, and they see retail rent no differently than online advertising. It's customer acquisition cost. At Shopify, we believe in this kind of retail, where online stores and retail stores are part of a single, unified experience. Our biggest commitment this year will be to multi-channel retail. We want more online-first brands to open retail stores and more retail stores to grow online. That's fundamental to our long-term strategy. And it's going to open new opportunities for everyone. So I want to share more about how we're making this happen. Shopify POS. It's our fast, feature-rich, and reliable point of sale. And it was used to sell by more than 70,000 retailers last year. These are the multi-channel retailers that are thriving in today's landscape. and they love Shopify POS because of how well it works with Shopify. Today, we're announcing major new features to help merchants give their customers the best multi-channel experience. Let's take a look. So we know that retailers know that their customers are using other channels before they visit a store. To service them better, in-store staff need access to unified customer information right at their fingertips. And with Shopify POS, staff will soon be able to manage any online purchase at any retail store, all as part of one unified orders view. In a single step, they can do a return or exchange across multiple channels. And this helps bring high-quality customers into retail stores and also increases trust with customers online. To help new customers who walk into stores, staff also need to be able to check inventory for what's in that store, available online or at other retail stores. So, no loading up the website, no picking up the phone. It'll all be right there in Shopify POS. Inventory across channels is going to unlock a lot of new opportunity, and you'll hear more about this later today. Retail stores also give an opportunity for retailers to give customers a meaningful personal experience, and that's only possible through staff and service. This is a part of giving customers more real connections with the brand. We know that's an unfair advantage for retail. And so for them, we're adding the ability for customers to leave tips for in-store staff, which will be a natural part of the Shopify POS checkout experience. We'll provide clear reporting and staff attribution back in Shopify. Retail stores also have to ensure that their customers feel in complete control of their experience, just like they're used to on Shopify's online stores. And to solve this, we're releasing a new app called Customer View for Shopify POS. Customer View connects with Shopify to show what's happening every step of the way through a transaction. This will be customizable for every retail brand and can sit wirelessly on a counter on a separate device. And we think this will make the in-store experience that much more rich. Last but not least, we want every retail store to be as unique as every online store is. So we're building tools for you to help customize and extend the in-store capabilities that staff have. We're upgrading the Shopify POS app SDK so that it works across all devices and it uses our new embedded app SDK. This means you can build public or private apps with the exact same tools you already use for Shopify Mobile. You can even extend your existing apps. With powerful integration points on carts and on orders, imagine giving staff access to loyalty programs, scheduling, appointments, store pickups, and so much more. Taken all together, this is going to empower multi-channel retailers to offer an experience unlike even some of the biggest retailers in the world. That's the massive advantage that we're giving small businesses, and that's the power of multi-channel, to sell and service customers across channels in a single unified platform. All of this is rolling out on Shopify POS on iPhone, iPad, and Android this summer. Now that you know how we're upgrading our software, let's talk hardware. On this stage last year, we made a commitment to building Shopify design hardware with the same love and care we put into our software. And with the launch of our first product, the chip and swipe reader, Shopify became the first company to offer businesses in the US a chip-enabled wireless reader for free. Now, we're ready to take that to the next level. Today, we're announcing our all-new tap and chip reader for Shopify POS. I happen to have one right here in my pocket today. This is our very own contactless, swipeless, and wireless card reader for retail. It's simple, beautiful, and so powerful. Tap-based checkouts are the fastest and simplest way for customers to make a purchase in store. They help keep the experience focused on conversations, not credit cards. And this works with all major contactless options, like Apple Pay and Google Pay, just like customers are accustomed to on Shopify's online stores. We put a lot of careful thought into its ease of use. You'll instinctively know where to tap on that front surface to make a contactless payment, with hidden lights to give feedback through the experience. You can also insert a chip-enabled card for a payment. And we paid a lot of attention to the details of the card slot to make it obvious where you should insert the chip. Unlike other readers in the market, we use specific materials and details to make it natural to use, not to make it a certain shape. We've designed this to blend seamlessly in any store environment. It looks amazing, and it's built to last with premium parts and materials. You can see that we're evolving our hardware design language with a sleeker form and finish. And we even used a familiar Polaris indigo color for staff to see that power button. While it's all Bluetooth enabled, so it can work for staff anywhere in the store, we're going to release a matching premium dock, so you can sit it on a counter hands-free. All of this to help staff focus on creating those real connections with their customers. We absolutely love the Tap and Chip reader, and we think you will too. It's coming out this fall in the US for only $49. We'll also, of course, keep offering the chip and swipe reader for free to help new merchants get started. With this, we now have a complete premium hardware solution for retail. You have the Tap and Chip reader and dock, the customer view app that I shared earlier, and a growing family of other accessories in our hardware store. As you've seen today, commerce isn't bound by lines between online and retail, and neither is Shopify. We want to remove every barrier possible by having a single integrated platform. To take advantage of a lot of our retail capabilities, merchants have historically had to pay an added $49 a month for our retail package. That's no longer going to be the case. All of our new retail features and all of the current hardware package will soon be available on the Shopify plan and above at no extra cost. That's right. One platform, many channels, and this spring, one price. Retail is so far from over, but it's not done changing yet. And we're here to help multi-channel retailers thrive and grow in today's landscape and for the future. We'll keep learning, experimenting, and solving new problems so they don't have to. When we think about these blurring lines between online and retail, we do typically think about how shopping shifts between channels. But what if it was actually the technology that shifted instead? To show you what I mean, I'd like to invite on stage our head of AR and VR, Daniel Beauchamp.
Thanks, Satish. When I'm shopping online, there's one thing that I miss: being able to actually see the product. Yeah, there's product photos, and those are great, don't get me wrong. But with a retail store, you can actually touch, you can hold, you can be with the product before you buy it. What you see is what you'll get. How do we bring that experience over to online shopping? That's the question that's driving our augmented and virtual reality team at Shopify. We're investing in AR and VR because we believe this technology will fundamentally change the way that we shop. And so I'd like to show you how one of our partners, Tapcart, has worked with us to create a new type of AR experience for online fashion retailers. I'd show you a live demo right now, but the Wi-Fi was given a bit of issues, so I have a pre-recorded video that we'll play. So this is the Fashion Nova app, built by Tapcart and powered by Shopify. Inside it is a new feature they added called the 3D Lookbook. And when you hit it, it uses your phone's camera to let you virtually place clothing in front of you. So it finds a surface. You can then drag in a product, And so here I have this nice hoodie. Maybe I want to put some shorts in there, so I'll put those in too. And of course, I'll need a belt, so let's see how that looks. And I like this bag, I'll put that there. And this layout is called a flat lay. It's become a really popular way of people to share outfits on Instagram. So they can look at it and say, okay, how does this look? And actually, I wonder how my shoes go with this. So here, take off my shoes, put them on, step back, and I can get an idea of, okay, like, does this outfit look good? And I can then take a photo and share it with friends and family or the world. So here I'm actually mixing real and virtual products together. And as Fashion Nova releases new collections using this feature, they'll be able to do the same. But my favorite part of this app is not just seeing how outfits go together, it's actually going up close and seeing the details. So you can go up and see how realistic the belt buckle looks and the texture on it. Go over to the sunglasses, you see the reflections off the lenses. You go up to the bag, see the details in the leather, see the stitching, even how the light reflects off the handles. And when I find something that I like, I can simply tap on the product, as you'll see, and buy it seamlessly with Apple Pay. How cool is that? And the best part about this app is it's actually live right now on the App Store. This isn't just some sort of future proof of concept. Experiences like these can be built today using our mobile SDKs and the AR capabilities now found on hundreds of millions of iOS and Android devices around the world. But what's really making this experience possible are 3D models. That's the virtual version of a product, and it can be used in so many different ways. You just saw how it could be used in AR, letting shoppers preview something in front of them before buying it. But it can also be embedded directly on your online Shopify store. So shoppers can interact with, they can see your product from any angle, zoom in, spin it around, get more confidence in what it is they're about to buy. And this functionality is actually built into all major desktop and mobile browsers, so shoppers don't need to worry about saying, oh, I have to download a special app or plugin to make this work. No, your browser supports it. And 3D models can even be used to generate product photography, and this is an example of it right here. Let's say this bag came in dozens of different material options and dozens of different finishes, and overall you'd have over 100 different combinations of how you can configure this bag. Well, a merchant could use a 3D model to generate high-quality shots of every single variant they have without needing to bring all those hundreds of products with them to a photo studio. It's an incredible time saver, and it's amazing all the things that 3D models can do. But I know what you're all thinking. That sounds really cool, but how does a merchant get 3D models to begin with? And that's where our partners come in. Today we're announcing new opportunities for partners to provide 3D modeling services for merchants. We started working with a number of great partners already, including the 3D design studio Satish, and we're going to be onboarding more throughout the year. The partners that are offering these services are going to be the ones creating the virtual versions of merchants' products, and they're going to be doing it at scale. And we're launching something we call the 3D warehouse that will let you take those 3D models that are created, store them directly on Shopify, and associate them to products and variants, much like you do with photos already. And this is going to open up new opportunities for developers to use the 3D models that are created and stored on Shopify to build new and immersive shopping experiences. With the 3D Warehouse API, you can actually easily download those virtual versions of products right into the apps or 3D apps and channels that you're building. And that Fashion Nova example you saw, they use that. They store the virtual versions of their products on Shopify. They can add new ones, they can make changes. They do it all within Shopify without needing to worry about resubmitting to the App Store. It's a really seamless process. And these are just a few of the new tools and opportunities that we're releasing this year as we become a 3D-enabled commerce platform. Experiences in augmented reality, or as we like to call it, augmented retail, will fundamentally change the way that we shop. And that's why we're asking you, our partners, to help our merchants build towards that future. Thank you.
Thanks, Daniel. How cool was that? Augmented Retail is expanding how merchants can create real connections with their customers. And it's a part of our commitment to unifying online and retail. Before I finish, I want to share with you one more way that this commitment is changing Shopify. We believe in this so much that we're really going to walk the walk. We also want to work with our customers, entrepreneurs, in the way that's most natural to them, face to face. So after today, Shopify itself won't just be online either. We're going multi-channel. We're opening Shopify's first ever physical space. We're getting ready to launch our first permanent physical home for entrepreneurs. It's designed to be a space, community, and support for local entrepreneurs and retailers to grow their business. It'll feature the best of Shopify's products, new retail technology, and one-on-one help. Inside, you'll find on-staff Shopify gurus, daily workshops and events, and access to all of the retail solutions you saw here today. There are a lot of local spaces that entrepreneurs can visit to help run their business. Printing, supplies, banking, even taxes. But this will be the first space they can visit to help grow their business. Imagine setting up an online store, meeting expert partners, or just grabbing a new card reader on the go. Stay tuned for the official opening of our first space this fall. We'll share more on where and when soon. Shopify is opening its doors to multi-channel retailers, and we're helping them meet customer demands in physical, augmented, and every kind of retail, all powered by Shopify and Shopify POS. To create this single unified experience, we also have lots underway to help merchants that sell online. And to tell you more, I'd now like to invite our Director of UX, Cynthia Savas-Saucier. Thank you.
When I meet a merchant, I ask them about their business, their struggles, and their wins. Now, because of my design background, I thought that it would tell me about the admin's navigation or the interface, or maybe even our use of purple. But no. Help me make more sales. Now that's what they tell me. 10 years ago, the hard part for a merchant was to set up their online store. But that's not the case anymore. When we ask them what their biggest challenge is, they'll say that it's actually not something we handle within Shopify itself. Instead, it's scattered outside of Shopify, and it's marketing. Lookalike audiences, retargeting, keywords, meta tag descriptions. It's a challenge keeping track of all the terms, let alone finding the best solution for each. This is why we're excited to bring marketing campaigns inside Shopify. We're giving merchants digital marketing advice, helping them set up and run their store, and showing them the return on their investment in those campaigns, all in one convenient place right within Shopify. And at Shopify, we really care about everything that makes it into the main navigation. So much that, as you know, it hasn't changed in over 5 years. Now we're changing that, and we're adding the marketing section, which tells you how much we care about this launch. So let's see how it works. Using this new workspace, merchants can quickly and easily create a marketing campaign for a special event like Mother's Day, for instance, because they didn't forget Mother's Day, right? Everything you need to create and publish these campaigns is now found easily in Shopify. This used to require jumping through a bunch of hoops. Small business owners can also see how well their campaigns are doing with smart, useful reports. You may know the saying, half the money I spend on advertising is wasted. The trouble is, I don't know which half. Well, we now tell you which half. And when it comes to marketing, merchants have a lot of questions, like what product should I market, and when, where, and how much should I be spending? We're going to give these answers to the merchant right in the admin where it's needed, and we'll also provide proactive and personalized recommendations with answers to questions that our merchants might not even know that they have. These recommendations take into consideration activity on Shopify stores, like an increase of orders for a specific product, and it turns it into a detailed and actionable recommendation. This is specific to this store, and it could not be easier. Not only that, but it's performing really, really well. According to our initial research, ads created from these recommendations were twice as likely to result in at least one sale. So having a place to run marketing campaigns, get marketing ideas, and see how well they're working is great. But we wanted to do more to make marketing accessible, which is why we're providing a few apps completely free. These include apps for the most popular ad platforms, and we're making automated abandoned checkout emails free for all merchants on all plans. That way, our merchant will never miss a chance to sell to an interested buyer. But we need your help to build the best marketing section possible. First, you can embed your app directly within the marketing workspace. That way, when a merchant goes in to create a new campaign, they will see your app as one of their available tools. Also, you can resurface the result of these campaigns attributed directly to your app in our reports. We're investing heavily in simplifying marketing, and that means there's a great opportunity for you, our partners, to create apps that cater to merchants that needs more complex or more specialized marketing workflows. The marketing section is coming this summer, and with your help, we can finally make sure that no one needs to know what a pixel is to be successful online. So the first step to get more sales is to bring in more people. Step 2 is to convince these people to buy using discount codes. So to make those marketing campaigns more powerful, let's talk about what we do with discounts at Shopify. So it turns out that people really, really love buy one, get one deals. And our partners, they want to be able to offer them too. So we're announcing advanced discount types. This week, we're making it easy for all merchants to easily create a BOGO discount. The process could not be easier, requiring just a few clicks. And there's more. We've added quantity discount too. These allow merchants to create custom promotions for their customers depending on the amount of product that they're buying. So BOGO and quantity discounts are just part of our ongoing commitment to make more complex discount types easy to create and accessible. From discount codes to free shipping to percentage discount, we've created a wide range of offers and will continue to explore more in the future. So while we're constantly building more discount types, merchants rely on a broad range of promotion tools. And that's where partners can benefit most. We want you to build flexible marketing apps that can fit all kinds of stores. Using the Price Rules API, partners can create sales incentives like loyalty programs, email marketing, and a lot more. We're also investing in our API to provide precise information on discount performance. This will definitely help drive usage to your app and will show the value created by your app to merchants. So discounts and promotions are a great way to get people to your store. But once there, we still have to make sure that they actually purchase something. Unfortunately, your customers still have to go through checkout to make a purchase. This is a long, undesirable step for everyone. I mean, have you ever heard of anyone saying how much they love entering their credit card information on a form on any website? Well, my team is obsessed with this problem. While some of you dream in colors, I dream in forms, fields, and labels. We're constantly working on what can be done to bring us one step closer to a checkout-less checkout. So let me show you what that next step looks like. On the left side, you have the usual Shopify shopping cart. We've tried to make it as fast as possible, but there's still a lot of clicking and typing required, which means a lot of chances for people to abandon their purchase. We have actually doubled up the speed because it's that slow. On the right side, you have the new dynamic checkout. And I'm sorry, you might have missed it because it's really, really fast. So we're going to play it again. Et voilà. So that's dynamic checkout, a one-click to buy. And the buy button is right on the product page, which means no more distraction between the purchase intent and the purchase completed. Also, we're only showing the buyer the payment method that they are most likely to want to use. It removes the extra steps, the clutter, and everything that does not contribute to a seamless checkout experience. Now, this is what we mean when we say that we are defining the buying experience of the future. We believe that just a few years down the road, it will be the expectation for every checkout experience. Customers don't have to be burdened by anything that isn't relevant to them. So that's dynamic checkout, the express buying experience of tomorrow, available today. We're really proud to announce all of these improvements to the online store. They make what was historically complex and difficult easy and accessible, all the while boosting sales and improving the experience of shopping online. But we can't make any of these things possible without you, our partners. With your help, powered by Shopify, has never meant more. So now, I'm going to turn the stage over to Mohamed Hashemi, Director of Product. He's going to tell us what it means to take this better experience and apply it to selling everywhere. Thank you.
Thanks, Cynthia. I'm excited to be here and to be able to share some of the work we're doing to help bring everyone, everywhere, a little bit closer together. As you've heard today, we want to help our merchants sell more. One of the ways we do this is by bringing them closer to their customers, regardless of geography. The world's gotten a lot smaller, we share more experiences than ever before, and we're increasingly connected to each other. This isn't just true of how we consume information or interact with one another. It's also true in commerce. Increased internet connectivity and an abundance of tools to help people build out their digital identities has resulted in a sharp increase in global e-commerce. Shoppers everywhere are spending more time and money online, and they're not limiting themselves to buying within their own borders. Over half of online shoppers say they've made a purchase from an overseas business in the last 6 months. Global e-commerce, driven by cross-border shopping, is set to become a $4.5 trillion opportunity. That's enormous. Done right, going global can be a major growth lever for anyone selling online. But for small businesses, getting your products to an international audience can be tricky. Pricing, payments, taxes, shipping. there's a lot of challenges that need to be addressed in order to succeed. So let's dive into how we're going to help our merchants tackle a few of these challenges. Let's start off by talking about value. Every time a shopper visits a store, like this one, they ask themselves a seemingly simple question. Is this product worth the price? They comb through the photography, they pay careful attention to the customer reviews to get a sense of what to expect, and they read the product specs. And they combine all of this information to decide what they think the product's worth. And then they look at the price. $50. Looks like a great deal. I'd buy it. That split-second mental math is happening all the time. And every great business understands how important it is to make that decision as quick and as frictionless as possible. Now, you might say that the example I just went through seemed frictionless enough, and it was, for me, a North American shopping in my local currency. But what if the shopper isn't from here? What if they're from Germany or Japan? Would the math be so simple? What does $50 mean to them? Adding currency conversion and credit card exchange fees, and you get the type of mental friction that will drive anyone away. How can they tell if this product is worth it if they can't understand the price? At best, they have to jump through additional hoops to figure all of this out. At worst, they never come back and the store loses a sale. It's time to tackle this. Starting this fall, merchants using Shopify payments will be able to offer their customers the ability to view product listings and checkout in their local currency. We'll begin our rollout with Shopify Plus and expand from there. The shopper will see the same nice round price every time they visit the store. The currency will automatically adjust based on their location, appearing both on the storefront and carrying through to the checkout. The price will feel familiar and consistent, offering a more personalized experience that will ultimately translate to more sales. This all comes with no added complexity to the merchant. With just a few clicks, they can add a new currency and use our default rule sets to create prices from within Shopify. We'll automatically adjust prices based on the latest exchange rates, and we'll round the price so that it's nice and presentable. This experience will work seamlessly across Shopify, from product creation to payout reconciliation. Our initial rollout will focus on 9 major currencies, and we'll continue to expand from there. You'll hear more from us on how to make your applications work alongside this functionality in the coming months. Now, solving the currency problem is a great first step, but it's not all, so let's keep going. Let's go back to our German shopper for a moment. They now see the product in their local currency, they can understand the price. They do the mental math, they're convinced. 45 euros is worth it. They want to buy. They get to checkout, put in their information, get ready to pay. And then they see this. Visa, MasterCard, Amex. While that might look fine to us, that's not necessarily true for our German friends. In Germany, these cards make up about 20% of online transactions, and payments directly from bank accounts take the lion's share. Germany's just one example. There are hundreds of region-specific local payment methods across the globe, each tailored to unique shopping preferences. For the Germans, it's Sofort, a commonly used bank transfer payment option. The Dutch like Ideal as their solution. Yeah. And in China, they have Alipay and WeChat Pay, popular digital wallets that are used by hundreds of millions of shoppers. Payments is an intrinsic part of people's culture. In order for our merchants to successfully scale their business globally, they need to offer the right payment methods their shoppers expect locally. Starting this fall, we'll begin rolling out the most popular local payment methods to all Shopify payments merchants. This means that when a small business signs up for a Shopify Payments account, they won't just get support for the major credit card networks, they'll also be set up with all of the important payment methods that are required to help them sell internationally. Onboarding will continue to be frictionless and immediate. Merchants will be able to access all of these payment methods out of the box without having to spend time setting up individual relationships with the underlying providers. They'll continue to receive a single payout on a predictable payout schedule through Shopify, and the entire experience will be tightly integrated with all of our core products, from reporting to fulfillments to fraud management. Finally, payment methods will be presented to buyers on checkout based on their preferences and geography. We won't clutter the checkout with unnecessary noise. We'll keep it clean and simple and show what's most relevant to the shopper. Our initial rollout will focus on the most popular payment methods in Southeast Asia and Western Europe, and we'll continue to expand from there. Multi-currency and local payment methods for Shopify Payments. Two key ingredients in making sure that our merchants can cater to a global audience no matter where they're selling from. It enables them to offer a much better buying experience to shoppers who increasingly expect personalization, whether they're buying from around the corner or across the globe. These announcements are the first in a series of investments we're making to help our merchants sell more globally. Expect to hear more from us as we build out a future for commerce that's made up of more voices rather than few. Thank you.